All right, everybody. It is Tuesday. Y'all know what time it is. It is time for Earl Grey Tuesday. And once again, it's me. It's me. It's that VINCE. How are you folks doing all right tonight? I know everybody's going to be watching Super Tuesday, so we're going to check out the results here. Let me send out a little kiss to everybody to let them know that Earl Grey Tuesday is live in effect. You know what that means? It means I'm here. Let's see. Earl Grey Tuesday live stream has started. There you go. All nice and written out now. Oh boy. So let's see what we got here tonight. Am I getting a little error or something? Yeah. Hey, Serratus, what's up there? Welcome to the show. I know a lot of people are probably watching Super Tuesday, so we're gonna tune into a little bit of that. What's up, Natasha? I am doing pretty well. Like I said, just a lot of studying and stuff. Oh, guess what? I get my first paycheck Friday. Get my first real paycheck Friday, folks. How about that? You know. Is mixing Sprite with whiskey a good mix? Probably not. I'd probably use Coke, but you know what I'm having tonight? I'm having a glass of Radius Merlot. So let's get some poured. By far, folks, this is the best Merlot around for the price, you know. $12.99 and you can have a taste of this beauty. This is my favorite Merlot. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear, Serratus. Don't worry, you'll get another woman. It's happened to everyone. Oh gosh, that is so good. And I'm missing something. I'll be right back, folks. I'm not even gonna turn this off. I'm gonna. Oh boy. All right. Well, you've not been around here in a while, Book of Dark. How you been? I had to get my charger, folks. My phone is dying. Actually, I'm going to be getting a new phone, to be honest with you, but never mind that. I was listening to this woman who told her son's killer to rot in hell. But considering the guy was born in a literal hellhole, is that a mute point? I suppose that is. Their closest mammal is, well, I guess you're gonna have to fuck a sheep then. I'm just messing. You're just gonna have to take the time to come in town. I mean, they got, what do they got, Tinder now and stuff? Let's see what the poll results are showing so far. This is probably going to be Nikki Haley's last run. I'll just be honest with you. Super Tuesday usually ends things for people, so. Yeah, and this is not looking too good, but like I said, I'm still going to be behind her as long as she keeps running, but this appears to be coming to an end, folks. It really is. There's nothing reporting right now, but these particular predictions are not looking too well here. But as usual, of course, now that I got the Radius Merlot, I also have, of course, my Perdomo Fresco. And we are going to get lit up, folks. Let's get a little music playing first. Then we're going to talk about all of today's goodies here. Did y'all hear what happened to Greg Doucette? Man, I thought I was speaking with John Bravo, and I didn't expect the Canadian IFBB to respond so quickly, but apparently Greg was already banned from the IFBB from judging last year in June. So that surprised the hell out of me. So it just opens up even more mysteries. But yeah, right. But Jonesik, we're about to light up the cigar. We're going to be checking Super Tuesday, and we're going to check the other reports. Of course, I do want to wish Hadi Chupon congratulations on his dominating win, But now I'm about to win with this cigar because I need it. It's been a long, rough day. Remember, folks, make sure you toast it. Maybe there's a profitable only niche fans here. No, everyone's watching Super Tuesday. I figured as much there. I mean, that just happens, It is what it is. What it's going to be is what it's going to be. Let's see who else is streaming, speaking of which. Because I think there's a bunch of other people streaming tonight. I've never heard of Darman before. A little hot in here. I'll be right back again, folks. Hang tight. This will only be a second. Oh yeah, folks. Now that it's nice back and warm, my bones are no longer aching. Hemingway Serratus has been behaving lately. He hasn't done anything crazy. It's kind of weird, but maybe his girlfriend is keeping him in check. Yeah, we'll check Tefano's blood work on Friday. He's selling test boosters? Why in the world is this jackass selling test boosters? Natasha, I've never heard of a cocktail with all that in there, but if it tastes good, rock with it. Lean with it, rock with it, is what I say. Nothing surprises me out of Frank Tefano. Oh, now he's talking about garum. Do y'all guys know what garum is? That was basically like ketchup in Roman times. It's made out of fermented fish. By the time they announce a Super... Well, we already know who's going to win Super Tuesday. It's not looking good for Nikki, but I'm still behind her. She did win DC, which that doesn't say much, but, you know. It's a shame that so many people betrayed her. Especially Tim Scott. That hubble bubble lip monkey. Wouldn't even have a career if it wasn't for Nikki. Maybe it's a can of sugar like in his liver fart. No, yes, ancient Roman fish sauce. Yeah, it was like ketchup. But the truth is, KCB, there's no actual recipe out there for garum. There really isn't. The Romans never left the official actual recipe for the stuff. Antifreeze omelets. Yeah, well, I've had something similar to that, and it's pretty nasty. Ride with the ship? That's right. Almost sink with the ship, too. You don't try to pick a winner. You pick who you feel that's going to be right to run this country. And whatever happens, happens, you know? That's called democracy, folks. Oh, that's so good. Y'all don't realize just how rough of a day I've had. Well, it's not been rough, it's just a lot of studying. Trying to learn back all this medical claims and stuff. What am I doing drinking on a Tuesday night? I mean, I generally do. When it's Earl Grey Tuesday. And the midnight run on Fridays. Now, folks, let me tell you, this weekend I went a little too wild. I went to Bar Margaret at night, and then I got up in the morning, went to Howell's Chop House. I sure was polishing them for 24 hours, that's for sure. But I'm just enjoying and relaxing there, to be honest with you, Quick Pump. That's what we do on Tuesdays from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. Of course, we're going to be keeping a watch on Super Tuesday and watch the results come in. I went to Howell's Chop House on Sunday for brunch. I got there a little late, so I had to walk about a half of a mile to get the Chop House from the parking spot that was available. I also had to pay $10 for parking. But you know, a good walk is good for the Constitution anyway. I mean, I'm not Nick Lotto Avocado, you know. I mean, I can walk, folks. So it looks like all of them are coming in now. At least from Alabama. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Oh well. Well, Howell's Chop House starts their brunch at 10 p.m. Howell's usually has live jazz music. So they had this jazz singer in there. So had some jazz music. Had a prime steak, prime ribeye Benedict for breakfast. Then I had champagne. Then I had I know I had a hot pepper martini, but I had about 2 other drinks. I don't recall what it was. Oh yeah, Hal's Chop House is nice. It's the creme de la creme. Let's go to my Facebook, which subsequently I didn't notice it stopped working. You want to know why, folks? Because I can't use my phone all throughout work because of HIPAA laws. Not allowed to have any electronics or anything because, you know, we're dealing with medical records. It sucks, but what it is what it is. What it's gonna be is what it's gonna be. So this here, folks, is Bar Margaret. This one here is a cold fashion. I'm not sure what that is. And that's the bar from Bar Margaret. I mean, this is probably one of the most original bars ever. I mean, look at that design, folks. Is that not freaking awesome? And this here is a vegan burger. I'm going to tell you, this vegan burger was voted #1 in the state. And let me tell you, this, if I had to become a vegan for the rest of my life, I would definitely want this burger, folks. My cousin Vegan Gaines would like this burger. But he wouldn't come in this restaurant because, you know, they're mostly a carnivorous diet. They have a carnivorous menu. I mean, they literally put eggs on their French fries. So that's the vegan burger right there. And, of course, this is the truffled fries with the pimp sauce right there. That's right, it's pimp sauce. It's really a cheese sauce. I couldn't eat all of this, so I packed it away. So, good stuff, folks. Good stuff. And that, my friends, is what you call a cheat meal. But the time frame for brunch is like 10 to 3, and then they close for a couple of hours for dinner. But the truth is, when it comes to Howl's, if you want brunch, you can have it any time of the day. Though, you just ask them back in the kitchen, you throw a big old tip, you gonna get breakfast. Just keeping it real. Because remember, they have trained chefs back there, so it's not above them to actually cook brunch for you, even at nighttime. I remember talking about the suicide rate. My dad looked on the... Boy, you really are dark there, so... But good to have you back. Yeah, folks, I don't film in any restaurants because I'm polite, you know. But I got no problems taking some snapshots of it, you know. But, you know, there's plenty of there's plenty of YouTube pages on Hal's Chop House. You know, last time I was in there, I was breaking up that fight. No, Larry has to go home. They usually throw him out. Well, that's good for you, Natasha. You gotta let loose sometimes. Have I eaten yet? Yeah, I ate something pretty light. Because, you know, I'm going to be talking for about 2 hours. So, I mean, I ate, but not really much anything. I don't smoke weed because I get drug tested. If I get drug tested and I don't pass, I get fired. Well, KCB, I wanted to change careers. I would have had that Spectrum job for a couple of years. They're beginning to ship those jobs over to India. Working in medical claims, I mean, I'm taking a huge pay cut, KCB. But one, my business is making plenty of money. But two, with the medical claims certification, you know, I can go other places if I wanted to. But basically, I'm getting paid to be educated, you know, and get certified instead of spending thousands of dollars at Greenville Tech. Honestly, I don't know, KCB. Probably. It's a pretty carnivorous place. No, that was Bar Margaret. That's nighttime. I had that Saturday night. Well, strip clubs are going the way of the dodo quick pump. But I mean, people still go to them wherever they are. Book of Dark, I don't really believe in that type of trolling vegans. Eating meat in front of them because, you know, it just... You never know what someone's gonna do, actually. Some of those vegans are crazy. They might pull out a gun and shoot you for that. You gotta be really careful these days. Well, Natasha, you know, it depends on how much water you drunk. I usually drink a lot of water whenever I'm having any alcohol. And that in itself mitigates the hangover. Because a hangover is more or less really about dehydration. Exactly. Why just actively mess with people? He did, Lamar? Oh, that's awesome. We'll see if he actually goes through with it. I never get drunk, Natasha. I mean, I just get relaxed and that's it. Once you get drunk, you're no longer enjoying your drink. So, no, I don't get drunk. But I was quite buzzed. But not drunk. Yeah, I've been to Hooters plenty of times. That's what is that on my... I think that's laundry detergent. Yeah, I was throwing a load into the washing machine. Yep, lazy porch swing blues there. I was drunk, but then I kind of like snapped out of it, and in a few hours I was perfectly fine. Yeah, just make sure that you get a lot of water in, because alcohol will dry you out, and that's usually what causes those hangovers. Lamar, I'll be honest with you, no, he won't. He'll collect the 15,000 and then keep it for himself. But he's not going to go through with the fight. At least I don't think so. If he does, I'd be surprised. Yeah, that does help, Natasha. Alright, let's check in. As expected, Donald Trump is just killing it in Alabama. Arkansas is not reporting. Nikki may have a chance in California, but, you know. Virginia, plus 34. Vermont, plus 4. It's pretty close in Vermont for Trump. Maine is Trump. Oklahoma, naturally, is going to be Trump. Nikki Haley appears to be winning in Massachusetts. Trump is in Maine. Minnesota not reporting. Nikki Haley's getting killed in North Carolina, which doesn't surprise me. Really badly. Trump is almost at 75% in North Carolina. Ouch. Nikki Haley, Donald Trump is over 75% at 77 in Oklahoma. That's no surprise. Over 77% in Tennessee. I don't have to tell you about Texas. 75% for Donald Trump. A little closer in Virginia, but not by much. Trump by 66%. Little closer race in Vermont for Trump and Nikki Haley. That can go either way. North Dakota, well, Donald Trump has about 85% of the vote, so. Yeah, I don't watch too much Undercover Boss, but, you know, a lot of crazy things happen at a workplace. No one expects a CEO to be disguised. Yeah, he's going to raise the capital, and he's going to keep the money for himself, Lamar. That's what I think. I don't even have to talk about Alaska. It's not reporting yet. It'll close at midnight, but Trump's already won that one. Colorado should close in about 30 minutes. No, not. We definitely can't drink alcohol. They're basically, Natasha, no cell phones, no electronics, no paper, no notes, nothing. Not allowed to take paper, so I don't need a pen. I mean, we have to go by HIPAA laws, so no paperwork around. Remember, I'm working with people's health information, folks. Literally. So none of that stuff is allowed. I have to keep my electronics in a locker, actually. Not in America, Natasha. You must be in another country. No, they don't screen for tobacco use. You're fine smoking. But there is you can't smoke around the building or anything. I mean, the biggest thing is I make a whole lot less than if I went the Spectrum. I did get a job offer from TD Ameritrade. After they turned me down, they offered back. But like I said, I'm going to stick the path as far as learning the medical claims. because that way I'll have a long-term job instead of just. Because if I went with Spectrum, I'd be looking for another job probably in about 3 or 4 years. It's not a crazy office environment. It's to be expected. Like I said, we're talking about medical records here, Natasha. Oh, Bulgaria? Well, yeah, of course you can drink there. Let's see here now. Trump is now at 80% of the vote in Alabama. Just a straight up whooping. But there's only less than 1%. You may as well call North Carolina for Trump. That one's over with. Oh, humans do care for each other. Jesus Christ, what a beating. Alright, Texas is reporting in now. But their polls are still open, but Trump is dominating. To be expected. Trump is slowing down in Virginia. Nikki Haley's getting in more votes, but he's still at like 60%. Vermont's going to be close for Trump. I mean, they're basically tied between each other. Yeah, Lamar, in other countries, they allow you to drink at work. Of course, Biden's winning by 90%, but, I mean, who else is running against him? But, folks, I get my paycheck finally this Friday. It's not going to be much, folks, in the scheme of things. But, like I said, I'm in medical claims, folks. It's good. Madam Web. Whoops. Sometimes when you're watching Fox, some of their ads come up. But yeah, Lamar, I certainly hope my cousin actually decides to actually fight instead of try to keep the money. So do I think it's a scam? Given my cousin's history, yeah. course, he can prove me wrong. Well, a lot of that stuff for Kitchen Nightmare is staged. They mess with things. And folks, if you're tuning in, we're watching the results come in from Super Tuesday. Yeah, Massachusetts is going to be pretty close. Trump is slightly pulling ahead. Speaking of which, has my cousin moved yet? I'm just curious. Said he got a new house. What do we have here?
Así se entrena, tío.
Definitely flexible. And probably a bottom. Yeah, it looks like Big Lenny just went live. And I'm sure my cousin's gonna stream tonight, so. Well, Book of Dark, our candidates have been pretty shitty for the past 10 years. I'll just say that. I know people like Trump, but there are better solutions. That's just my opinion. You got a guy that's 81 years old. You got one that's 78 years old. They're not even baby boomers. They're part of the silent generation. It's time we move to Gen X. I mean, even Obama is a baby boomer. But we literally have two people that are from the silent generation. That's old. My issue so much isn't competence, it's a matter of age, you know? It's like Dianne Feinstein. They were so desperate to hold on to that seat that they literally hauled her up in a freaking wheelchair. I mean, she was 90 years old, and they just kept... You know, she actually died after casting a vote of natural causes. Can you believe that, folks? Just crazy. But, I mean, on the other hand, Strom Thurmond ran, so, I mean, he did the same thing. And he lived to be 100, of course. But that's just my whole thing. At their age, it's feasible that it's possible that they can actually die in office, literally, and that's going to be pretty bad. Yeah, I suppose you're never going to get the best candidate. It's just not going to happen. You're just going to get an establishment's choice. I know, Lamar, you're trying to do it for the mints, but, you know, we're basing this on my cousin's previous behaviors for many years. Wine makes me relaxed. It doesn't get me buzzed. This Merlot's very low alcohol content, and I'm only having one glass.
Bouncer and had to throw people up out the club. Did you ever think, I hope this person has money for retirement? LOL.
Maroon with a $5 donation. Yes, many times I did wish that. You know, it's like the movie Roadhouse. There's just too many power drinkers and too many elderly people trying to relive their youth, in other words. But again, thanks for the donation. That's why I really don't go to any real clubs or anything like that anymore. No one wants to be the creepy old guy there. It's the same what I think about the presidency. We just don't need that type of stuff. Really.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. About 90 seconds to launch a space shuttle Discovery.
I mean, the only good thing right now is Mitch McConnell. He's not running for office anymore. That guy, Myrtle the Turtle, was up there just freezing up. And that's just my whole thing. Sorry, I was just enjoying my cigar, folks, but it's just embarrassing. Just too many old people in the office. They just need to give it up. It's tightening up a little bit in a couple of areas. It's kind of weird. Still winning by a bunch, but yeah. Oh, that's awful nice of you, Natasha. And Nikki Haley just moved ahead in Vermont. Well, I'm drinking Radius Merlot. I don't drink much wine, Natasha, so I'm probably not going to be the expert at wine. Hard liquor, on the other hand, I am. I mean, the only thing I really drink is just Radius. This is good with any steak or any pasta dish. Oh, that's awesome, Blaha. That's a great gift. Nikki Haley's actually catching up a bit. Just pulled ahead of Trump on Vermont. Yeah. Trump was winning at around over 75%. Now there's no polls where he's above that. Some of them is even dropping to 60. But he's still going to pretty much win it. Chico's. Okay. Oh, it is. He's definitely going to enjoy that. Let's see what Lenny's talking about
Whether
here.
you're going to do it or not. When you add a component like equipoise,
You know, I need to send Lenny a brand new camera.
connective tissue healing at a faster rate, particularly in the form of collagen. And of
He
course,
needs
you have
another
to do it all,
camera.
and you get some of the effects that it.
But folks, get your questions in. You wish to make a donation, you can, but be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to thank Pugman and everyone else that has contributed to the channel. And we're going to keep the party rolling. Oh, no, not for $50. $50 minimum wage? That would be insane. There's no state that's debating that. Businesses would get out of Dodge at $50. Would I agree to a live streamed? I mean, I don't like camping, so probably not. If I like camping, it would be different. I camped a lot with my ex, but that was only because I was with my ex. But in actuality, I don't see really the enjoyment of camping. I prefer modern technology. But I do wonder how Kalora and them are doing. I don't think he's put out any videos in quite some time. Oh yeah, for the kicker keep. Yeah, I saw the end of that. Natasha, you're in Bulgaria. The cost of living is pretty cheap there. Matt Walsh said it. Well, that's Matt Walsh. He's not making any sense. Oh, there's just a politician that's calling for a $50 minimum wage. I mean, when you have one politician, they definitely don't speak for every other politician. It's not a state, it's just one person. And chances are that's probably a communist. Exactly. That's why Tony Huge, Natasha, lives in Thailand. It's the cost of living. Your money goes a lot further in other countries. It's the end of my cigar, folks. So remember, twist, not jab. Well, let's check out a couple of videos we got. Then we'll check back in. We'll check back in with the Super Tuesday.
Following his
So we'll check out John Bravo's video first.
professional conduct in using the credibility of the judging system for his own personal gain, which I'm dying to know what it is. Read that again. Using the credibility of the judging system for his own personal gain, he was removed from any future judging opportunities.
I'll check and see if there's any PJ videos. I've not heard anything. He's been pretty quiet for the most part. Oh, awesome. Are you going to be streaming? I saw that you streamed a live stream. Are you going to be doing more of that, Lamar, tonight?
So yesterday, I put out that video on Greg Doucette. Now, when I put out that video, I wasn't trying to give my opinion on what was going on. I showed Greg's story, what he said, the dumb shit he said in his hotel room like an asshole. And then I showed what the women were saying, right? I wasn't giving my opinion or taking sides on any of it. I was just telling the story because it's a story, right? But what I did say is, I felt that as a judge, well, he said he was a judge, which we're going to give you more information on that in a moment.
I mean, let's think of it this way. When a lady of the bikini class turns around, I don't care if it's bikini or wellness. When I'm a judge, I'm telling you, then I see a booty. I see a nice one, and it's round, and it's very delicious looking. It is.
Now, that's a thought that comes through all men, of course, generally, you know. But being a supposed judge, which once I play the rest of this, you guys will see, you know, obviously Greg is on some stuff. He's either drunk or he has some strange pills in the back. I think that they look almost like poppers or something. But obviously he was on some stuff.
It's amazing. Girls' booties. Who doesn't like that?
Okay. As a judge, as a fitness personality, big influencer in this, I thought it's best, especially when it comes to talking about women in the ways he was, better off not saying anything at all, keeping it to yourself, even though probably 99.9% of men are all going to agree with what he said. As a person in his position, it's probably better off not to say anything because it can cause problems. That's all I said in the video. It was never an opinion on who's right or who's wrong. Now, saying that, it turns out that Greg lied about being an NPC judge in Canada. Even though in the video he states he's a judge, in fact, he's lying more than last time. And remember, this is somebody we're supposed to trust. He never lies, right? The munchkin never lies, right? But it looks like he told a lie because the NPC just put out a statement. Now, before I read the statement, I want to make this clear, I would have never made the video yesterday if I knew he wasn't a judge. I would have just took it as...
You know, I like my buddy John, but he still would have made the video. Anyway.
This asshole's running around his hotel room, spitting out dumb shit. Who knows what he's on? I would have left it, right? I would have never made a video.
And after that, how many girls don't have lip filler? Because unless you have nice, juicy lips like me, like I could make a good woman, you know, like I have lips.
Let me read the statement put out this morning by the NPC in Canada.
Man, Greg's been going downhill ever since he lost his woman, you know. Really downhill.
The Canadian Physique Alliance, CPA, working under the umbrella of the NPC, places great importance on the judges who play a crucial role in ensuring the credibility and professionalism of the sport of bodybuilding. It is essential for judges to uphold high standards to ensure fair competition and maintain the trust of athletes and fans alike. In response to the situation involving former CPA Judge Greg Doucette, it's important to note that he no longer holds a position as a regional judge for the CPA. See, he's a fucking liar. Following his unprofessional conduct in using the credibility of the judging system for his own personal gain, which I'm dying to know what it is. Read that again. Using the credibility of the judging system for his own personal gain, he was removed from any future judging opportunities within the organization in June of 2023. His continued actions, remember what I said? Better off keeping your mouth shut because bad shit can happen. And all these women reported him to the CPA. His continued actions with his recent rants are further proof that his removal was warranted, as they undermine the integrity of the sport and compromise the fairness of competitions. It's crucial for judges to remain professional, impartial, and dedicated to upholding the values of the sport without personal gain or bias.
Now, folks, I was kind of surprised that the CPA actually came out with this very strong statement, because I didn't think it would get any traction whatsoever. But if you guys notice this particular section, it says he was removed from any future judging opportunities within the organization in June of 2023 for unprofessional conduct and using the credibility of the judging system for his own personal gain. So what exactly did he do, folks? And I'm going to be honest with you, folks. This doesn't sound good. I mean, this calls for, hopefully John or somebody else will check in and see, how did he get thrown out of the IFBB anyway to begin with? That's very odd. I've not heard of this until now.
Moving forward, the CPA, NPC, and IFBB Pro League remains committed to upholding the highest standards of professionalism and integrity within the sport of bodybuilding. By ensuring that only qualified and ethical individuals serve as judges, the organization can continue to promote fair competition and maintain the trust of all those involved in the sport. It is through the dedication and integrity of the judges that the sport can thrive and provide a platform for athletes to showcase their hard work and talent. So now reading that, I'm wondering to myself, why did Greg lie to everybody, pretending he's a judge when in fact he's not a judge? Is there a reason that he's hiding, that he doesn't want to tell people? I don't know. And there was comments on this post, many comments, but they were disabled shortly after, and Greg was commenting all over the comment section, and he put up this one comment saying, I got dirty things, I can say all about it, and he was posting these messages. I'll put one up on the screen, but then I went back when I was making this video. I want to show you guys the comments, but they were removed. I don't know why. I hope we can find out why they were removed. Now, saying all this, going back to what I originally was saying, why you're better off in life keeping your mouth shut, not that I agree with it, but unfortunately, this is the world we live in. And if you go around saying what you want, it doesn't make you a hero. It doesn't make you less of a man. And it doesn't make you a simp just because you're not stupid.
I think that once these ladies started complaining, I think the CPA just used this whole thing as an opportunity to, basically get back at Greg, just to validate their claims as far as throwing him off the judging panel. Because I was very surprised that, normally the IFBB would ignore some stupid stuff like this, but looks like there's a lot more behind this than I know.
Enough to,
or anyone else knows.
Open your mouth online, pissing off a group of people in a culture where you can't say what you want anymore. And I'm not saying I like this, but it is what it is. So if Greg wants to be the hero saying what he wants and piss people off like he's been doing, I mean, God forbid they get to his YouTube channel. I don't wish that shit on nobody. Nobody wants to lose their channels, right? But there's no end when you piss off a group of people like this. And I went back to the Reddit.
Honestly, I don't think Greg would lose his channel. If anything, if he posted anything similar to this on his channel, the most he would get is just like one community strike, and that would be it. If even that.
And I was reading, and now they want to try to contact the Arnold to say we don't want Greg Doucette there speaking because he was speaking. So it's all problems. And like I said, Greg, it doesn't make you a hero. It doesn't make you not a simp by opening your mouth, freedom of speech, saying all these things. Because I said bad things can happen in your life, and I don't wish that upon anybody. But sometimes it's better off not saying things, even if you truly believe in them, because of the state of what the world is now. And you calling me a simp because I said you shouldn't say anything, because I know bad things can happen, Because when you're talking about simps, I don't know. To me, being a sugar daddy is a bigger simp than not opening your mouth that can cause a lot of trouble for you in the future. So, is that me being a simp? Or is that me being smarter than last time? I've been on TRT for over 10 years.
So yeah, folks, there's a lot more going behind that whole situation. Just expect another video as far as to exactly why he got thrown off the judging panel in June of 2023. It's very interesting, folks. All right, let's check the Republican primary. The polls have just closed at 9 p.m. for a lot of things, so let's see what we got now, folks. Alabama, Trump's going to win that. He's at like 81%. But not many people are reporting in, so that can definitely change. But he'll probably win. Arkansas, 69. Well, California hasn't closed up yet. Yeah, you could send in a suggested video, Cat. Colorado's pretty interesting. Trump with 57, Nikki Haley with 38. Well, Nikki Haley was winning in Massachusetts, but now Donald Trump is at 61, but there's only 3%. Trump winning in Maine. Polls just closed in Minnesota, so there'll be some reports soon. North Carolina, done deal for Nikki. Not going to win that one. Definitely not Oklahoma. Good lordy, Oklahoma. Jeez. Really bad for Nikki Haley. Trump is winning at 82%. Do insects and bugs have feelings? I don't know. No way to answer that, Dark. We have no way of communicating with insects, so it'll be an answer never that we can answer. Unless some super technology comes in place, like a translator or so. What's up, Chad? How you doing tonight? Just doing some light videos, smoking, and checking the Super Tuesday primary. Tennessee is for Trump. Trump is killing it in Texas, 75%. Utah not report. Well, they don't close till 11. That'll be after the show. Virginia's tightening up a little bit. Trump went down by, he's now at 63%. Trump pulled ahead in Vermont, but still pretty close. North Dakota, well, Nikki didn't have a chance there, so. OHP 135, you need to be more specific. I don't know what you're talking about. Can I overhead press it? Yes, I can I can overhead press 135. That's really not much weight. Let's see what we got here from Sean G. Just put up a video a few hours ago. It's only a minute and 30 seconds, so I can tolerate that at least. Let's see what we got here.
All right, now I'm gonna show you how to do a prison style pull-up. Prison style pull-up, you don't go chest to the bar on every pull-up. You go chin to the bar, and then you stay in the pocket. Now all them other dudes, they gonna tell you to do this. They gonna say, if you ain't doing this kind of pull-up, then you ain't doing pull-ups. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Niggas get money like this. This is a prison style pull-up right here. Chin to the bar, that's it.
How do niggers get money by doing pull-ups? It's not a job. It does not pay an hourly wage or anything. Very odd.
You stay in the pocket. It ain't no dead hand. Hoop, hoop. See what I'm saying? Stay right there in the pocket. Stay in the pocket. It ain't no full dead hang every time. Oh, dead hang, nah. Stay in the pocket. Check me out. Ooh. Ooh. Know what I'm saying? And then you gonna get them back, them lats. See what I'm saying? Your back might look like that one day, maybe. I doubt it'll ever look like mine though. But you could try. You understand? So this is what I do. 55 years old. I look amazing out here in the park. Why I look like this? Why I look like this? What's wrong with me? Why I look like this? What's wrong with me? Sean J. Peace.
Weird. Very, very odd. But I mean, I guess he is right about pull-ups, if anything. I think a minute and 30 seconds was about a minute and 29 too much. Well, Book of Dark, that's a instinctive reaction as far as pain is concerned. When you're talking about feelings, you're talking as to whether these creatures have a conscience. All animals feel pain because any animal that has a nervous system is going to feel pain. It's an instinctive reaction to get away from danger. So pain is a lot different than feelings, you know. Feelings is a sign of consciousness. Just slick talk. I got you, Scat Man. What a silly video. But, oh well. Well, if you're giving it as a gift, Blaha, you don't want to have the receipt on you. You know, it's not necessary. Hopefully, you didn't give that to your dad or anything. I mean, once he sees the cigars, he's gonna know that they're expensive. So let's see what else we got here. I don't know of any Cuban cigar that's worth $150. I mean, there's a lot of expensive cigars, but the value of a Cuban cigar can be very weird. It's different. It's, you know, you could take a $20 cigar from Cuba, and because it is a Cuban cigar, you could probably sell it for $100. So, do you have the specific brand there, Blaha, by any chance? But, well, all creatures have a, nervous system is pretty much the same as a brain. Scatman. So I mean, because a brain isn't a sign of intelligence or anything. It gives the body functions. It gives it directions. In other words. Oh, I was having some Radius Merlot, but now I'm having some water. Is it okay to enjoy the scent of your... Because it's your own scent, it's not going to bother you at all. I don't think you're going to enjoy it or anything. But other people won't, so be mindful of the people around you. I saw a YouTube video where the character said, "Why are you so angry? Because your father threw off that that bridge." Not sure what you're talking about there. You'll need to be more specific. You know, if I take a fart, scat man, I try to get away from it. I mean, I've farted before. None of my farts smell good. I mean, but, you know, I eat a lot of asparagus on the other hand, so. But I'm not going to be sniffing my own farts. There's a saying you can't smell your own. Yes, that definitely is a saying there. Let's see what we got now. You sneak in a little sniff. It's basically a video making fun of the stupidest line in dialogue. Okay. You gotta understand, Dark, I don't really watch too many of those types of random videos. Generally, I like watching more educational videos, but, you know... And generally the reason being is because I don't have much time. You know, I go to work from 8 o'clock till 4:30. When I come home, I'm working for about 3 hours now on the business, just answering calls and stuff like that. And then I'm fixing meals for my next day. Because remember, folks, I only get a 30-minute lunch. So if I don't fix lunch for tomorrow or so forth, then I'm going to be totally screwed. There's no lunchroom where I work at. There's no real food, just a snack machine. So, and then by that time, I'm usually going to bed around 10 or 11. I try to get in as much sleep as I possibly can. So, with that, it leaves me very little time to watch much TV. Especially tonight, but I consider this relaxation whenever I'm doing the live streams. But I don't have as much time as I used to as far as content. I mean, yesterday, I think I only watched maybe 30 minutes of YouTube, and that was it because I was doing a couple things. Whoever supplied it. Pugman, what's up, dog? How you been? What happens if I don't eat lunch? I get pretty irritated, Pugman. I gotta have some sort of lunch, but I eat pretty light. I eat a very light lunch in a little tiny container. It's usually one of those healthy sandwich type things that I make at home. I take one of those wheat burritos. I put a lot of veggies in it. some grilled chicken, fat-free cheese and stuff, and then I just cut it in half and then just stuff it in. And then I'll have a Diet Pepsi. I do have baked chips. I have some potato skins coming in, but it's a very light lunch, so that way, I don't fall asleep while I'm working. But I've always traditionally eaten a light lunch. I don't like eating fast food. Talking a bunch, Pugman. But good question. But that, and I only have 30 minutes to eat anyway, so it doesn't leave much time. You sent the video? Okay, we can check it out. No, Chris, I definitely wouldn't do that. That can be quite dangerous. Well, we got some video submissions. Normally we don't do video submissions, but since it's my dog Lamar, I'll play yours too. Well, Blaha, it's going to get a lot worse tonight for Nikki Haley. Let's see what we got here. My day is an alpha male. And can't play this one. The reason being it's got copyrighted music in it. Sorry. I know it's one of those Section 8 fitnesses. I wish he didn't play that music along with it, because the last time I did one of those, I got flagged by YouTube. But here's what I'll do. I can replace the music on that afterwards, so hang tight. I'll just have to replace the music as soon as the live stream ends.
I order them from China. I just got to mix them together and inject them.
You'll have, TD Jakes, you'll have to define Chuck Bassett vibe.
Alright guys, I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.
Oh boy. But yeah, that's AI generated. But he did a pretty good job because he put in all these uhs and stuff like that to make it sound
experiences.
Real. So let's see what we got from Lamar.
Experiences, those targeted.
Would you box Lamar Thompson for 15k each?
Yeah, sure, I'd do it. That's enough money for me. Experiences, those targeted.
Would you box Lamar Thompson for 15k each?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if he's trying to raise money, Lamar, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see him fighting. I don't see him going through the fight, but he may use it to collect some cash.
Yikes. Frank's eyes are fucked all the way up. But can you start the donos for the VG versus Lamar Thompson fight? I know you got it, champ.
Yeah, sure. How about next stream? We'll start a goal for a Lamar Thompson fight.
Yikes. Frank's eyes.
Yeah, people are gonna donate, but I don't think there's gonna be a fight, Lamar, so I just don't see that going through. So, folks, we got about 25 minutes left, so get your questions in. If you wish to put a donation in, you can, but be sure to smash the like button. Also, be sure to thank Pugman and everyone else that's donated. Let's get a little music going back. I don't know what's going on. My eyes just twitching all of a sudden. Ugh. And naturally, I'm sleepy because, like I said, folks, I usually go to bed around 10:30 and 11 o'clock nowadays. Dump Truck was the pirate thug on Tailspin. I love Tailspin. That was such an awesome cartoon. Too bad it only lasted for like one season or so. Yeah, it's making me tired, Pugman, but it's just getting up early because I'm not used to. Normally, I just sleep in, but now I have to sleep with an alarm clock, and I hate alarm clocks, Pugman. But a lot of the work is super boring and strenuous, so. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, yeah, I'm pretty tired. Because what I did is, usually, like today, for example, because usually my days are a lot more crowded whenever I go to the gym, so, I get up at 6, get everything prepared. It takes me about 30 to 40 minutes, because I have to drive through the city in order to get to work. So I gotta leave by like 7:20 or so. I get finished with work at 4:30. I hit the gym for about 2 hours. Get back home at 6:30. Spend about an hour and a half or two working on orders, answering calls for the business. Fix dinner, prepare meals, and by that time, it doesn't leave much work. It doesn't leave much time for me. But it is what it is, Pugman, Definitely picking up job skills, that's for sure. It won't be so bad after I finish all the training. It'll be a whole lot easier. I'll be working from 11:30 till 7, Pugman, so I'll be able to sleep in. And then it won't be a problem at all. It's just getting up early. I hate getting up early. So I got about another... How much longer do I have until I get certified? Let's see, 1, 2... Yeah, I got quite a few weeks left. I got at least 6 weeks left of it, Pugman. But I'll manage. I always do. I just don't work out on Tuesday because I have my live stream, so I don't want to get home so late. Yeah, they did one season. It was a lot of episodes. It was a really good show. I wonder why they didn't go any longer with it. It's kind of odd. They ended that series very shortly. If a 12-year-old is annoying, do you tell him? You tell them? I guess you're asking, do you tell them that the year-old is hurt its feelings or just put up with it? Well, it depends on whether you're their parent or not. If you're not their parent, then you should tell their parents that. It's not your job to tell a 12-year-old what to do. you would either talk to their parents. Now, if you are a parent, then yes, feel free to say that, you know. It's just dependent upon your relationship to a 12-year-old. But ultimately, if you're encountering just a random 12-year-old, then you need to alert their parents. Because if you go and talk to a 12-year-old, they'll think that you're a creepazoid anyway, regardless. Either that or the parent will come over there and is like, don't you come over there and talk to my child like that. And believe me, they will do that. I mean, a 12-year-old can be annoying, but you also have to remember this. It's a 12-year-old. Kids are always gonna be annoying, regardless. Always. That's why I order my food online. Yeah, I do that as well because it's just more convenient for me. I just don't have time. But folks, the great one is going to get his first paycheck this week. It ain't going to be much, but it'll be nice just to have one. Just to show that at least I'm doing something. And believe me, folks, this paycheck is going to be pretty small. As opposed to my juicy Verizon check I used to get. Let me put something to you this way. This check is going to be so small that my cousin could probably, for 2 weeks of work, my cousin could probably come up with that same amount of money in one day. That's how small this check is going to be. Literally speaking, and I'm going to say this again, my cousin could make more in one day than what I've made in 2 weeks worth of work. But like I said, it's part of that job skill set, you know. You see, I'm worth a lot of money in the telecommunications industry. Medical, I'm starting all over, folks. So when you're starting all over in a trade, then you're going to be paid at the bottom of the barrel. That's just the way it is, you know. Well, Year of the Cat, it's because he's depressed. He takes all those pills. He definitely doesn't care about his audience. He only has people tuning in because they're waiting for him to explode on camera. Which generally, during the night, he generally does explode. That's what makes my cousin so entertaining. I mean, he spends 4 or 5 hours getting humiliated. But again, like I said, the amount of money he makes in one day is going to be more than what I made in the past 2 weeks. And this, folks, is 80 hours of work, literally. Crazy. You're going to start, are you going to be doing, well, it's going to be continental work. It's going to be rough work. As long as you enjoy driving there, you got to work your talents or what you enjoy doing. You know, folks, it's not really work if you enjoy what you're doing. You know, people ask me whether it's work for me to do live streams, and it isn't, you know. It really isn't. But I will be honest with you, folks. When I was doing so many live streams, I'll be honest, it wasn't too enjoyable. as just sitting back and chatting with people and stuff. I think that's a big issue. I mean, I could have done still all those live streams, but doing too many of those video reviews, it just got too monotonous, you know. That's why I went back to the basics, you know. Just a nice general chat show with a light setting of videos. So it's like half and half still. I've never watched any of the Incredibles movies before, but I heard they were good. Well, he's not I mean, I've not seen a tour of his house, Maroon, so it'd be interesting to see where he lives. It will be. All right, folks, 13 minutes left. Get your questions in. Let's check Super Tuesday's results so far. Get a little bit of water in, and let's see what we got here. Alabama, dead for Nikki. Trump at 83%. Arkansas, 71%. Colorado's tightened up, but not much. Trump at 62%. Massachusetts, Trump is pulled way ahead at 62% now. Maine, Trump 71%. Minnesota 69%, North Carolina 74%, Oklahoma 82%. What's the longest sleep I've ever had? About 12 hours. But that was after going to the club and partying pretty hard. Plus I took some GBL, but that's well over 25 years ago at least. That was like when I was like 19 or 20. Tennessee, 77, Trump. Texas, 76, Trump. Virginia, 63, Trump. Vermont is still very close. Trump slightly ahead. Neither one of them's reached 50. Well, Maroon, I think part of the irritation was just, you know, the Wes Watson and the Sean G and the Troy Archer videos. Watching those guys continuously makes me want to reach across a screen and like, ugh. And I'm more of a talk show type person, you know what I mean? Just sitting back and chatting with people. I also wasn't really enjoying my cigars neither. And when I do a live stream, I want to enjoy my cigars. Yeah, this one's over with. Pretty bad. But, you know, I still stand by my decision I made as far as backing Nikki Haley, but, you know, you can't get them all, folks. You really can't. You don't pick winners, you pick who you believe in. And then the chips fall where they fall, folks. They certainly do. But yeah, after Super Tuesday, Nikki Haley will have to drop out because, I mean, there's not going to be any more money coming in order to run. Although it would be kind of funny that if Nikki Haley decided to stay in the race just to piss off Trump. That would be funny. But it looks like it's going to be a rematch. But as far as my opinion on whether Trump can win or not, I'm really not sure. Like I said, with Trump around, you can't really argue age by age with Joe Biden, because if you say Joe Biden's too old, then you got to say that Trump is too old. Because remember, you know, they're only like 2.5 years apart in age. You know? And both of them are from the silent generation, so, you know, moving into modern day America, so forth, I mean, Obama's a baby boomer, you know, and stuff, so. Do you think all evidence should be admissible in a trial just to make them longer? Absolutely not. Because it's really dependent upon how that evidence was obtained. If it was obtained illegally, then it should not be allowed. You know, the screen on my phone is just coming apart. I'm going to need to buy a new phone soon. All right, folks, 7 minutes left. Get your questions in. But yeah, I'm kind of sad. I was hoping at least Nikki would win a couple of these races or get real close. But wishful thinking, folks. She will drop out tonight. If she stays in, she's not going to have any more support. Depends on the character, Book of Dark. I mean, there's no lineal way of saying that. You know, there's too many variables, because when you say character evidence, specifically what type of character evidence, you know, there's different varieties of it. And that's no different than expert witnesses. Expert at what, you know? I took 40 milligrams of Valium at once after a bottle of whiskey. Slept 14 hours. Why in the hell would you take 40 milligrams of Valium? That's very dangerous. You could have killed yourself with that. You can't have I mean, on the label itself, Cat, it says specifically do not take with alcohol. But glad you're alive, but you know, don't do. Hopefully, you're not doing that again. That's pretty bad. But yeah, I'm not surprised you have to understand. Of course, you're going to piss yourself, because when you got all that Valium in you, you're oblivious to the world. I mean, someone could have came and butt fucked you, and you wouldn't have felt anything until morning time when your ass was swollen, you know. I think they had I think one of those episodes on Queer as Folk, the US version, actually had a similar thing to where the guy went and took some pills and drunk, and they put him in a sling and just started taking turns with him. Yeah, but don't do that again. That's just dangerous. This is good stuff here. I'm glad I downloaded this music. Would you rather swim with sharks or piranhas? Probably piranhas because I have a better chance of getting out of the water, but I wouldn't swim with both. In fact, I wouldn't even get in water. Well, you're the cat. It doesn't matter if you're at home or not. You never know. Someone can break in and see your butt up there and everything, and next thing you know, they go Fleece Johnson on you. It happens. It has happened. Well, of course, Chad. I mean, but pretty much everyone knew what was going to happen, Chad, you know. Yeah, she canceled all of her visits and stuff and any other speeches, you know. But I just looked at her website. Nothing's really changed about it. It really hasn't. I'm not buzzed or anything. I'm just sleepy from work and everything. But folks, it is 10 o'clock p.m. and that is the end of the show. I want to thank Maroon Blue for donating. I want to thank everybody that supported the channel over the years and stuff. Want to thank everyone for joining me. Be sure to tune in on Friday for the midnight run. Also, don't forget, you can go to VinceGoodrum.com, folks. That is right. Don't forget that the Great One does have a website, VinceGoodrum.com. All of the latest articles, classic videos, such as Vegan Gains Naked Like a Chimp on OnlyFans, nutritional articles, optimizing performance, how nutrition. Just remember, folks, my website doesn't just have my videos, but it also has articles. You can also go to yourdrugcard.com as well. Get a free prescription drug card. Find out about discount medical insurance and shit. I got a lot of shit on VinceGoodrum.com, so be sure to check it out. No, I'm not going to show you, Chad, my Soul pole! But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna jet out of here and get me some sleep after I pack my lunch for tomorrow. And as always, peace and soul.
This ancient